Yeah. Before we get started, I just want to say that I just want to address my situation. Um, Talks are moving forward in a positive direction. I really want to focus and concentrate on tonight's game. So I want you guys just to be aware that there is some progress being made and things are moving in the right direction. Good.
Joe Varden, The Athletic. Larry, when did that progress break? When did you guys start
Well, all
heading
the
right
talks
way?
have been going on from the very beginning. Obviously, with negotiating, things go back and forth. I spoke to my representative late last night, and I'm happy things are moving in the right direction.
Adam Silver, we just spoke with him, mentioned that he felt confident that you and Kobe would handle JR. Have you spoken with JR about what he had to say today and just?
No, actually, I have not. Just getting to the arena, just spoke to a couple of coaches upstairs, and they briefly spoke about it. It's not it's a tough situation as a veteran, and I totally understand that. We all, at some point, experience it, having been a player. The most important thing is you just stay, you stay professional. And I think, I think JR's trying to do that. I'm not sure what his comments were. As a coach, I just try to, just make sure that things stay on a professional level. Obviously with what has transpired, these last 4 or 5 days, it was just something else added to the plate, so to speak, and now comments that he's made, and again, I don't know what was said, but it's not an easy situation. I totally understand JR's feelings, totally. And again, the most important thing is that things remain professional. Yeah.
Larry, Rick Nolan, the Gazette. Will JR be active tonight?
Yeah, he will be active. Mm-hmm.
On the Right Now or Akron Beacon Journal, JR did say he was given the option to leave the team. Were you glad he decided to stick around?
I'm very glad he decided to stick around. I had no knowledge about what his options were, but yes, I'm very happy that he did make that decision to stay with the team.
Coach, I see where you've asked your team to play more unselfishly. That was in the papers today. What else have you asked your team to do that's different from your predecessor going forward?
I don't think there's too much different. I think the only difference is delivery of trying to get what you try to get out of him as a coach. What T. Lou tried to get out of him, I'm the same. But our deliveries may be a little bit differently. I will. Like I told the team, I'm going to challenge them every day. Individually, and as a team. I think one of our biggest challenges has been our transition defense, and when Lou was here, we talked about it, we drilled it, we watched film on it. You just try to find where you can get the message across into where they're consistent with doing it. So I've got to come up with something to try to help us in that area, just to make sure that that we can be consistent in getting back and where teams aren't running the numbers up on us in transition. That's a primary goal.
Larry, Steve Herrick from AP. You talked about just what everything that's been going on the last 4 or 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
How tough is it to keep everybody like focused? Okay, now we practice, now we play a game and do this and do that. How tough is that to keep everybody just thinking about what they need to do next?
Well, it's very tough. It's very tough because the first thing is guys want to know what my situation is, and I try to be upfront with them about it. But like what I told them is basically what I told you. I really want to focus on these games. Let's just focus on these games because it's about you guys getting better individually, and it's about you guys getting better as a team. I don't want to be a distraction at all. I don't want to be a distraction because it's not about me. It's about this organization. It's about this team, and it's about the direction that we want to go and how do we get there. So I don't want this thing to be about me. Just I want this thing to be about our guys, and I want these guys to have fun, playing again and smiling and high fiving and running up and down the court and just feeling good about themselves. It's not about me.
Coach Spencer Davies, Basketball Insiders. Second half, last game, really sharing the ball. He said that's who we are. How do you carry over that trust and make sure that stays consistent between the team, especially because beforehand it wasn't like that?
Well, I tell you, I wish I could bottle that and bring it back, for a full game like tonight's game against a really good Denver team. But that basketball is beautiful to watch, and I told the guys that after the game. How do I keep it going? I don't know how you keep it going, but I certainly point it out when we're not doing it, and when we are doing it. It's not going to always be, as I told him, it's not always going to be pretty. It's not always going to work. But when you put forth the effort in trying to play that way, I don't want guys turning down shots, but also I don't want guys being selfish. That has no place in my system. But I think overall, I think the team feels good about what they can become because they've seen it. They haven't seen it on a consistent basis, but they've seen it. They've seen what happens when the ball moves. They've seen what happens when bodies move. So I'll keep harping on that. We'll keep showing them film. We'll keep pulling the good clips. Certainly we'll keep showing them the bad clips. But it's a growth process. It's a learning process.
The Nuggets center, Nikola Jokic, and what you think of him.
He's special. He does a lot. Not only does he score, but he's a facilitator. And it's really, it's a when you got a guy that size, that guy that big, that has the ability to facilitate the offense. A lot of what they do goes through him. You would think with his size that he's just going to be down in the post and making moves down low, but he's out on the floor facilitating and making things happen. And he's a terrific passer. Sees the floor. So we're going to have to do a really good job on him to try to put him. We can't allow him to be in his comfort zone at the top of the floor. We've got to. Tristan has to do a good job on him. Larry has to do a job on him. Big Z gets minutes. We got to try to make him uncomfortable as possible when he has the ball up on the floor because the way he passes the ball and the way guys move and the way they shoot, it puts a lot of pressure on your defense. So we're going to have to really be good in defending him.